good, y'all? It's the one and only King Cal 516 live in the mix, and this is the Swiss Flame Podcast. We got some news to report from the Denver Nuggets. They have signed Aaron Gordon, their forward Aaron Gordon, to a 4-year, $92 million extension. We're going to dive into that. We're going to talk about that. We're going to see how that might affect them moving forward. But once again, Aaron Gordon signs a 4-year, $92 million extension. Congratulations to him, as reported by Sam Charania of the Stadium and The Athletic. And so the Denver Nuggets already have solidified a contract extension for Jamal Murray. So now they locked in Gordon. Remember, they traded for Gordon in the 2020-2021 season. They brought him in then. He played pretty well with the team this year. Although I will say this, once Jamal Murray went down, it seemed to affect him just a little bit with having a little bit more of, the offensive burden on his, in his playing. His role had to change, and they were depending on him a little bit more. And then that's when it seemed to kind of not be as sharp and crisp. But with Jamal Murray there in full force, the team was a well-oiled machine. They were definitely rolling. And so neither here nor there. He averaged about 10 points regular season. He upped it a little bit in the playoffs, averaged 11. Aaron Gordon, who is who he is. What I'm saying? He's an athletic wing player that's good defensively, has a lot of hustle. He's going to give you some electrifying plays. He'll shoot the ball from time to time. He'll do, but what I'm saying? He's a solid starter, and that's what you're going to get from him. So as long as you have him in a position where you're not going to depend on him to be your number one and number two, you should be good. So I think this is a great move by Denver. We know who their core is as far as the 4 players that they're going to be invested in. We'll see what happens with Porter Jr. According to recent reports coming from Porter Jr., he's confident. He says the talks of contract extension are going off good. A lot of his peers have already, in that same draft, already signed their contracts, such as Luka Doncic, such as the likes of Trae Young. So Michael Porter Jr. really did good this year. He averaged about 19 points a game. I think he's going to up that, especially with Jamal Murray going to be out most of the season, if not all. So I expect Porter Jr. to be big. But it's going to be interesting to see, because not only is Porter Jr. coming up, if they don't get the extension done this offseason, he'll be a restricted free agent next season. And, I'm pretty sure they'll match whatever happens next year. But the also thing coming down the pike is the guy they're going to re-sign is Nikola Jokic. And he's going to be due for the Supermax extension in 2022. And right now, what some of the analysts are saying out there, I remember seeing something by Bobby Marks. They're saying that Nikola Jokic right now is projected, once his extension happens, he's projected to have the richest contract in NBA history. And so, and that's a $241 million extension. You know what I mean? And so if that's the case, Nikola Jokic is heading toward a huge payday, where in the final season of that deal would be $54.8 million. So the question is, really, Denver is going to have to invest in this team. They're going to have to go deep in the luxury tax. Now, being a small market team, a lot of small market teams don't want to do that, but this is the price of winning, and this is sometimes the challenge of these small market teams willing to put in the extra dollars. But if you're winning, you're generating a lot of money. You know what I mean? So we'll see. We know, there's no doubt in my mind they're going to extend Joker, and there's no doubt in my mind they want to extend Porter Jr. So they're going to do it, but we'll see how this all unfolds for Denver. But nevertheless, Aaron Gordon once again signs a 4-year extension, $92 million deal. Let me know what you think about that deal. Let me know if you like the signing, or if you think Denver should have moved on from him. He has one more, before the signing, he'll be entering into the last year of his deal, making a little bit over $16 million this coming season. So they still had it locked in for one more year, but they're trying to just get this out the way. So once again, let me know what you think in the comments. Denver Nuggets re-sign Aaron Gordon, 4-year, $92 million deal. I like the deal. I think it makes sense for Denver moving forward. They got their core guys that they want to keep intact and build around. With that said, it's your boy King Cal 516 signing off. This has been the Swiss Flame Podcast. Make sure you check out the website, www.swissflames.com. Hit us up on Twitter @SwissFlame. Check out the Facebook and YouTube page @SwissFlames Podcast. Till next time, peace.